everybody. We are going to make depression cake. Now, I have to confess, I've never made it. I saw it online and I'm going to make it. So we will learn together whether it's any good. The reason it's called depression cake, it was a popular cake eaten during the Depression in 1929 through the 30s because it did not call for eggs and milk. If you lived on a farm back then, you had eggs and milk. But if you didn't, eggs and milk were two things you had a hard time getting hold of. And since right now we are having a hard time getting hold of some ingredients, it's kind of nice to have some different recipes you can make with ingredients that you don't have on hand. So this is pretty simple. First thing I did is I measured the flour, the sugar, the cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt. And I pre-measured to save time. And I'm just gently stirring it with a whisk. You definitely want to get this mixed now because the cocoa powder tends to have lumps. So if you don't mix it before you add the other ingredients, you could end up with some lumps in your cake that you can't get out very easily. So give it a little stir. Yes, I'm making a little bit of a mess. Could have used a little bigger bowl, I suppose. Alrighty. In fact, I am going to switch to a bigger bowl because it's only going to get messier. This is my baking area in my kitchen, by the way. So everything I need is right here. And I highly recommend that if you have the kitchen space to do it. Is to have everything you need to do the baking in one area, and then someone else can be working on the other side of the kitchen. So what it says to do is poke 3 holes in the dry ingredients. So I'm going to poke 3 holes. And it says to pour a tablespoon of vinegar in one. Isn't this fun? It's like a little science project. Vanilla, it's a teaspoon, but I always use more. My daughter taught me that. I used 1.5 teaspoons. And then the last hole gets 6 tablespoons of oil. This is a nifty little measuring gadget. I got it at Target for $2. It is invaluable because it has so many different measurements on it. So who wants to measure 6 tablespoons individually? This has 6 tablespoons on it. So you don't have to do all that math I made you do in home ec class. So you pour that in the other one. Alrighty, and then it says to add a cup of cooled brewed coffee on top of all that. So, I'm wondering why the holes. I don't know. I think it's just to give you something fun to do. It was the Depression. You got to have fun. So then you just stir it up until it's well mixed and pour it in the pan. You bake it at 375 for 35 minutes. And the directions also said, if it turns out gooey, have it with ice cream, I think they said. I don't know. And if it turned out dry, have it with ice cream. So evidently, it could be unpredictable what we end up with. I'll have to relook up what it said about if it turned out gooey. I'm assuming if you go to take it out of the oven and you stick a fork in it or a knife in it to test it and it's gooey, you're going to let it cook a few more minutes. It says to bake until it springs back. So if you just gently touch it in the oven, it should be springy after 35 minutes. So that's it. We're going to pop it in the oven and I will be letting you know how it turns out. Thanks, guys.